filtering your blood and removing excessive and unnecessary materials from the body. This helps to maintain an internal chemical homeostasis and prevent damage to the body chemistry. In this video, we are going to study about the human excretory system. In a narrow sense, the term refers to the urinary system. However, as excretion involves several other organs, it is important to remember that human excretory system is a wide term that also includes organs like skin, lungs, gut, nails, and hair. In this video, we will first learn about the urinary system and then we will discuss about the other organs that are involved in the process of it.
अच्छा जी, आगे हम इसको करते हैं। अच्छा जी, इसके बाद है द एफरेंट आर्टियोल डिवाइडेड इनटू द सेकेंड प्रीट्यूबुलर मीनिंग अराउंड ट्यूबुलर कैपिलरीज नेटवर्क विच रैप अराउंड द रिमाइंडर ऑफ द ट्यूबल अलाउइंग एक्सचेंज। तो यहाँ पर जो होती है हमारी एफरिएंट आर्टरी जो होती है वो उसकी डिवीजन होती है, और ये सेकेंड आगे प्री ट्यूबुलर जो होती है यानी अराउंड ट्यूबुलर जो होती है वो एक जो है वो नेटवर्क बनाती है, और यहाँ से जो है ये जो है इसकी जो है ये एक्सचेंज होता है यहाँ पर जो होते हैं। ठीक है, जैसे ये देखो ये यहाँ पर ये मतलब आर्टीरियल जो कैपिलरीज है, और ये आपका सारा। ठीक है, ठीक है, ये आपके जो है ये आगे हम इसको द एफिरेंट आर्टियोल्स डिवाइडेड इनटू द सेकेंड अच्छा नेटवर्क विच रैप अराउंड द रिमाइंडर ऑफ द ट्यूबल अलोइंग एक्सचेंज बिटवीन द फ्लूइड। और यहाँ पर ये होता है आपके ट्यूबुलर, ये जो ट्यूब्स होते हैं या जो ये कैपिलरीज होती हैं, यहाँ पर आपके जो है फिल्ट्रेशन ब्लड की होती है, और यहाँ पर एक्सचेंज होता है। यानी एक्सचेंज से मुराद ये है कि जो वे जो वेन और आर्टीरियल ब्लड होता है इसका आपस में इंटरचेंज होता है। These maintain the supply of oxygen and nutrients to the local tissues and remove waste product. Venous blood drain from these capillaries bed eventually leave the kidney in the renal vein which empties into the inferior vena cava। और जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि यहीं पर आपका जो ऑक्सीजनेट जो ब्लड होता है आर्टीरियल ब्लड, और जो आपका रीनल ब्लड जो आपका वीनल ब्लड होता है इसमें आपस में चेंज होता है, जो कि यहाँ पर न्यूट्रेंट्स और इसके अलावा जो लोकल टिश्यू जो भी वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट होता है वो यहाँ पर इसकी फिल्ट्रेशन होती है। Between these capillary loops are connective tissue, phagocytic, mesangial cell, which are part of the monocyte macrophage system, the blood vessel leading away from the glomerulus in the efferent arteries. The efferent arterioles has a large diameter than the efferent arterioles, which increase pressure inside the glomerulus and drives. ठीक है, ये आपका सारा कॉन्सेप्ट जो है ना, अभी मैं आपको एक वीडियो दिखाती हूँ, तो उसमें आपका मजीद जो है वो क्लियर हो जाएगा। ये हमारे जो हैं ये कलर्ड स्कैन है, इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन, माइक्रोफेज और ग्लोमेरुलस जो हमारी कैपिलरीज होती हैं उसका, ये जो है सिंपल, ये आपकी बुक के अंदर ऑलरेडी ये मौजूद हैं, ठीक है। तो ये कलेक्टिंग डक्ट होती हैं जो कि हमारी किडनीज के अंदर मौजूद होती हैं। द वॉल ऑफ द ग्लोमेरुलस एंड द ग्लोमेरुलर कैप्सूल कंसिस्ट ऑफ द सिंपल लेयर ऑफ फ्लैटेड एपिथेलियल सेल होते हैं। ग्लोमेरुलस वॉल इज मोर permeable than the those of the other capillaries, ठीक है। द रिमाइंडर ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन एंड द collecting duct are the formed by the single layer of the simple squamous epithelium, यहाँ पर मौजूद होता है। The blood vessels of the kidneys are the supplied by both sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve. The presence of the both branches of the automatic nerve system control renal blood vessels diameter. The renal blood flow independently of ऑटो रेगुलेशन जो होती है वो यहाँ। तो ये आपका जो है इस तरह का ये आपका नेटवर्क होता है जो कि किडनी में आपके ब्लड की फिल्ट्रेशन जो है वो करता है। फंक्शन, इसका फंक्शन ऑफ द किडनी फिल्ट्रेशन करता है, स्लैप्टिक रीअब्जॉर्प्शन करता है और इसके अलावा सक्रीशन करता है। सक्रीशन जो है वो हमें प्रोवाइड करता है, ठीक है। और थैंक यू। अब मैं आपको ना ज़रा इसकी वो वीडियो एक दिखाती हूँ।
Systems of the human body. The excretory system.
शो हो रही है वीडियो?
The excretory system is
यार
responsible for
वीडियो
eliminating.
शेयर भी कर दूँ ग्रुप में।
The kidneys clean the blood, producing urine with all the substances that your body does not need. When the filtration in the kidneys is finished, the urine goes on to the urinary tract. Subsequently, from the ureter to the bladder. It accumulates here until you feel like going pee. Then it exits through the urethra and is expelled outside the body. Have you enjoyed this video about the human body? We have many more. Subscribe to our channel by clicking on the seal. And if you want to keep
अब
watching
मैं
more videos, click on the squares. One of the coolest and most important things that our bodies do is maintain this thing called homeostasis. It's a regulation of a stable internal environment, no matter where we are or what we're doing. After all, we put our bodies through a lot every single day. We're always adding food and liquid and chemicals. We're constantly changing temperature and our organs' activities, but our bodies can roll with it like no big deal for them. All of our organ systems have channel, make sure to click on the subscribe button below to get all the upcoming Stripe educational videos. And also, if you find the content of this channel helpful, you can now support end of this video each of these structures one by one and understand their role in the process of excretion. So the main hero of the urinary system is this pair of kidneys. The kidneys do the main job of filtering your blood and removing all the waste substances from it. The rest of the urinary system is basically just a storage unit and provides a mechanical force so that the urine can be expelled from the body. Now, the kidneys are wheel-shaped organs that are present on each side of our spine, almost at the level of our umbilicus. If you take a look at this specimen, you can note the position of kidneys in the body. I know it's gross, but have a look. This is the cut section of the body, and you're looking at it from the top angle. This is the front side of the body, and this is the rear. Here is your umbilicus, and this is your spine. And here you can note the position of the kidneys in the body. You can clearly see that the kidneys are actually present towards the rear or the posterior aspect of the abdomen. So each kidney measures approximately 11 to 13 centimeters in length, with the left kidney being slightly larger. The right kidney is placed at a lower level as compared to the left kidney. This asymmetry in size and placement is due to the position of liver on the right side of the body. Each kidney has a convex and a concave border. The concave border of the kidney has this moss-like structure known as the hilum. This is the place where the blood vessels enter and leave the kidney. Now, if we slice the kidney with a knife in this manner, we will be able to see this internal structure of the kidney. So the first thing you should note here is that the internal structure of the kidney is divided into two major regions, the renal cortex and the renal medulla. The renal cortex is this outer region of the kidney, while the renal medulla consists of these 12 to 15 cone-shaped structures known as the medullary pyramids. The outer renal cortex runs in a continuous manner with a number of projections that extend down between the pyramids. Guys, you can get the handwritten lecture handout from this video by joining our channel. Click the join button below to get the lecture handout from this video as well as our previous videos. Now, like I told you, this is known as the hilum of the kidney, the point where the blood vessels enter and leave the kidney. The blood enters the kidney through the renal artery. After the renal artery enters the kidney, it gets divided into many small branches. These small branches ultimately go to the cortex area and divide into many smaller branches known as capillaries. Now, the cortex region contains the most number of nephrons in the kidney. The nephron is the basic functional unit of the kidney, and each kidney contains approximately 1 million nephrons. This is the main structure that filters the blood in the kidney. Now, if you want to learn in detail about the structure of nephron and the mechanism of urine formation, check out this video on the structure of nephron. Links are in the description below. So let's continue with our basic structure. So we reach a point where the renal artery has entered the kidney and divided into many smaller branches, which ultimately divided into minute branches known as capillaries. Each of these capillaries enter the nephron and form a tuft of blood vessels in this cup-shaped structure known as the Bowman's capsule. And it is in this cup-shaped structure that the filtration of blood takes place. Here you can see in a magnified view how the capillary enters the nephron and forms a tuft of blood vessels that filters the blood. The blood enters the nephron through this vessel and leaves it via this vessel. The waste products and water leave the blood into the nephron, and the pure blood exits through this blood vessel. All of this pure blood comes out of the kidney through small blood vessels, which ultimately drain into the renal vein. So this stuff was happening right here in the nephron. All the filtered stuff is passed down into this small tube-like structure urine is formed here. If you look at this illustration, you can note how a single nephron is placed inside the kidney. The waste metabolic products and water that is filtered by the nephrons enters the medulla of the kidney through small ducts known as the collecting ducts. All these collecting ducts converge at the tip of the renal medulla, which is known as the papilla. These collecting ducts drain the waste products and water into this central dilated part of the kidney, which is known as the renal calyx. Now, what does this word calyx mean? Well, if you remember, calyx is actually a part of a flower. This is known as the calyx of a flower. If you look at the shape of a calyx of a flower, you can see why this part of the kidney is known as the renal calyx. The renal calyx receives the urine from each of the renal medullary pyramid and ultimately drains all of this urine into the ureter. So, moving forward with the structure of the urinary system. The urine that is formed in the kidneys is passed down with the help of these structures, which are known as the ureters. Ureters are 25 to 30 centimeter long tubes that exit the kidney through the hilum and they run down into the urinary bladder. The walls of the ureters have smooth muscles in them that help to propel the urine forward from the kidneys into the urinary bladder. Now, kidney stone can move from the kidney and become lodged inside the ureter, which can block the flow of urine as well as cause a sharp cramp-like pain in the backside or the lower abdomen. This type of pain is known as a renal colic. Next, the urine moves from the ureters into the urinary bladder. The urinary bladder is a hollow organ that is present in the pelvis. The wall of the urinary bladder is a muscular wall and it is a distensible structure, meaning it can be stretched. Now, a typical human bladder will hold between 300 to 500 milliliters of urine. Our urge to get pee occurs, but it can hold considerably more if you don't find a place to pee immediately. The urine enters the bladder through the ureters and leaves the bladder through the urethra, which is another tube-like structure that we will discuss in just a bit. So this part of the bladder is known as the body of the bladder, and the part below it is known as the neck of the bladder. The neck of the bladder is very important. It is basically this part of the bladder that makes sure that you don't leak urine all the time. The neck of the bladder contains a ring of smooth muscles that remains contracted and keeps the opening of the bladder closed. Whenever we want to pass urine, the nerve supplying to the neck of the bladder relaxes the smooth muscles here, which allows the urine to pass from the bladder into the urethra. This ring of smooth muscle is known as the sphincter of the bladder. So, our kidneys keep producing urine, which is carried by the ureters into the urinary bladder. The urinary bladder provides two important functions for the urinary system. First, it provides a hollow organ that is used to store urine. This is a very important function because you can imagine about running for the toilet and then 10 minutes for toilet. Second, the urinary bladder is a muscle
ਸਾਇਮਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਇਨਸ਼ੋਰ ਮੰਗਾ ਕੇ
junction
ਨਾ ਇਨਸ਼ੋਰ ਦਾ
muscle
ਡੱਬਾ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ
wall
ਜਿਹੜਾ
of the
ਫਲੇਵਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ
bladder
ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ
provide the force
ਉਹ
by
ਫਲੇਵਰ
which
ਮੰਗਾ ਕੇ ਤੇ
this
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੇ
wet
ਦੁੱਧ ਦੇ
urine
ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਕਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਇਨਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਤੇ ਯਾਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਵਿਨੋਫਰ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ
urine
ਉਹ ਡ੍ਰਿਪ
exits the
ਲਵਾ ਦੇ
bladder
ਡਾਕਟਰ
through
ਕੋਲ
the
ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਏ
urethra.
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਬੱਚੇ
Urethra
ਦਾ
is
ਜਾਂ
like
ਬੱਚੀ
a
ਦਾ
hollow
ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ
tube-like structure
ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ
that
ਕਿਸੇ ਅੱਛੀ
helps expel
ਗੈਨੋਕੋਲੋਜਿਸਟ
the
ਕੋਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ
urine
ਜਾ
from
ਇਹਨੂੰ
the
ਕੋਈ ਡ੍ਰਿਪ
body.
ਸ਼ਿਪ ਲਵਾ
As
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ
the
ਇੰਨੀ
passage
ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰ ਹੋਣਾ
keeps
ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ
traverse
ਹੈ
the length of the penis, it is significantly longer in males than females. It is approximately 4 centimeters in length for females, whereas it is about 20 centimeters in length in the male body. This is the reason why females have urinary tract infections more frequent than men. Besides excretion, the kidney has many other important roles, like maintaining a proper volume of fluids in the body, maintaining a proper balance between the levels of different types of ions in our body, maintaining a proper pH of the body, regulation of the blood pressure, and formation of important vitamins like vitamin D. So So this was about the role of urinary system in the process of excretion. Now let's talk about the rest of the organs of the body that are included in the human excretory system. And the first one of them is your skin. Sweat glands in the skin secrete a fluid waste called sweat or perspiration. However, its primary function is temperature control and pheromone release. Therefore, its role as a part of excretory system is minimal. Sweating also maintains a level of salt in the body. Sweat is mostly water. Dissolved in the water are trace amounts of minerals, lactic acids, and urea. Many of the trace elements are also excreted in sweat like chromium, copper, nickel, zinc, and lead. The large intestine's main function is to transport food particles through the body and expel the indigestible parts at the other end. But it also collects waste from throughout the body. The typical brown color of mammal waste is
Welcome
due
back
to
to
urine,
engineer.com. This
a
is the
vital
lesson on the
product of
urinary system.
normal catabolism.
The
As
functions of the
motion
urinary
from the
system is
ovaries
not just as
to
simple
transport
as
the waste
making
from the
urine and
liver
getting
to
rid
the
of it,
excreta.
and that is the
The respiratory system also plays a role in the process of excretion, as
Human
the lungs
urinary
expel out
system.
gaseous waste like carbon
The
dioxide.
kidneys
The
are a
liver
pair
is an
of
important organ
bean-shaped
that helps in
organs.
excretion of many drugs. Liver metabolizes these drugs and their waste products are passed into bile, the yellowish liquid that is formed in the liver and delivered to the small intestine. It is through this bile that the liver excretes many waste products
Hi,
like
welcome back
metabolites
to
of drugs
engineer.com.
and heavy
This is the
metals.
lesson on the urinary
Apart
system.
from these, nails and hairs are
The
a
functions
common
of the
source
urinary
of
system
power.
is not just as simple
Decreased
as
heat and
making
many
urine and
heavy
getting rid
metals
of it,
are
and that is
excreted
the
from the
primary
waste
function.
stream.
It's the removal of
Like we
metabolic
discussed
waste. That's really
previously
what
in this
urine
video,
contains.
for you to have a complete understanding about the process of urine formation and the function of kidney, you need to watch this video about the structure and function of nephron. This video explains in detail about the structure of nephron and how it is formed inside the kidneys. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Human urinary system. The kidneys are a pair of bean-shaped organs that are part of the urinary system. The kidneys are dark red, slightly flattened, bean-shaped organs, each about 10 centimeters long, 5 centimeters wide, and 2 to 3 centimeters thick, with an average weight of 120 to 170 grams. The other components of this system are the ureters, urinary bladder, and regulates water and electrolyte concentrations within the body fluids. The end product of this function is urine, which is excreted outside of the body through urethra, containing wastes, excess water, and excess electrolytes. Urine formation involves glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, and tubular secretion. The nephron is kidney's functional unit, and the beginning of the nephron, the glomerulus, is a network, tuft of capillaries that performs the first step of filtering the blood. The glomerulus is encased in thick, double-walled capsules called Bowman's capsule. The space inside the capsule and surrounding the glomerulus is called Bowman's space. As the blood travels through these capillaries of glomerulus, filtration causes a lot of plasma contents to spill out into Bowman's space through the glomerular filtration membrane. It consists of three layers of capillary valve, endothelium, basement membrane, and epithelial podocytes. This membrane allows some particles of blood to pass through, but not all. The fluid that is filtrate from the capillary blood into Bowman's space is called filtrate and forms the primary urine.
जी जनाब। हेलो गर्ल्स।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
कैसी
ma'am.
लगी वीडियो?
Yes, ma'am.
समझ में आ गया सारा टॉपिक?
जी।
अब ये
Yes,
है
ma'am.
जनाब कि अब आपकी फंडामेंटल ऑफ नर्सिंग की क्लास स्टार्ट होनी है, स्किल की 2 आवर्स की, है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
तो 20 मिनट का आपको ब्रेक, उसके बाद हम उसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे, ठीक है?
मैम लेकिन वो तो आप 12 to 2 नहीं लेती क्योंकि ना 10 to 11 से रजमल लेते हैं, 11 to 12 मैम नुकसाना ले लेती है लेक्चर।
कैसे है?
मतलब 10 to 11 से रजमल की क्लास होती है।
तो 10 to 11 आप मतलब फिर सर अजमल के साथ अभी आपकी क्लास खत्म होनी है, 15 मिनट है ना, तो मैं आपको लीव कर रही हूँ, ठीक है? आप थोड़ा रिलैक्स करके फिर सर अजमल की क्लास, उसके बाद फिर मेरी क्लास स्टार्ट होगी ना।
लेकिन उसके बाद अक्सर मैम नुकसाना ले लेती है 1 घंटे की क्लास और 12 से 2 फिर आप लेती हैं।
12 से 2
Yes,
है
ma'am.
तो फिर चले, मैं तैयार होके, मैंने कॉलेज जाना है, फिर मैं आपके साथ मिलती हूँ 1 से 2 बजे। 12 से 2 है या एक
ओके
से
मैम।
दो है?
Ma'am,
12 से 2।
12 से 2 है, 2 घंटे की।
नहीं मैम
yes,
सच्ची
ma'am.
1 से 2 है क्योंकि 1 से रजमल आपकी क्लास लेते हैं।
हाँ चलो ठीक हो गया फिर, इंशाल्लाह। अब ये है नेक्स्ट जो आपका वीक होगा ना, उसमें मैं आपका इंडोक्राइन सिस्टम का टेस्ट लूंगी, लेकिन अच्छे से लूंगी। अब ये जो आप लोग
ओके मैम।
मैसेज कर रहे थे ना कि सबके एक जैसे ही आंसर है, उसका मुझे मुकम्मल एहसास है, लेकिन मैं क्या करती ना, थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम ऐसा हो गया है। तो नेक्स्ट इंशाल्लाह इसको हम मेंटेन करते हैं, ठीक है?
ओके मैम।
ठीक है बेटे। तो
यस मैम।
इसके साथ ही खुदा हाफिज, अटेंडेंस जरा मुझे सेंड कर देना, ठीक है?
यस मैम कर देती हूँ।
ओके बेटे, अल्लाह हाफिज।
ओके
अल्लाह
मैम, अल्लाह
हाफिज़।
हाफिज।